The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But
damn, they tell you who the driver is from FedEx? It's crazy, bro.
That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Your driver, Kevin.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 13 carries, 64 yards.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's number 3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal.
Bro, this ain't even my number,
Get him to
bro.
number 1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Trying the left side with Walker. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of.
What's the number, bro?
Last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down.
Yes. Track a package. Hold package at location. Hold package at location.
Made here at the Bears 37. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Bears defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense.
Walker hitting the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And you
5,
know that any
0,
win is a good
1.
win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, Williams.
Hold at this location.
Quick hitter here. It's
Hold
complete.
at this location.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Hold
That
at
is
this
catch
location.
number 300 now for his NFL career.
Hold at this location.
Williams from the gun on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
2nd and 9 now. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. You look at this Bears defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken at around the 40. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bears take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. To the air, Williams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Williams. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
In motion left comes Williams. Back to throw again. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bears sit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. In motion right, that's Williams. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Throwing again here, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Rome Odunze 27 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he loses the football a second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. But remember, he had a fumble earlier in this first quarter that they were able to retain, but this time, not as fortunate.
No, not at all. And you and I know that the coach right now on the sideline, that's what he's saying to him. Look, I get a fumble every now and then, but 2 in the first quarter, that can't happen anymore. We've got to have strict ball security from here on out.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed. Here's a diving catch right side. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
These two teams all tied after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. To throw, it's Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Looking to throw is Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Throwing is Williams. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jamison Williams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Seahawks offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid on picking up a first down.
We'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard.
That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. But that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd and 2. Pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back to throw. Williams.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
To throw once more, here's Williams.
Touchdown!
Jamison Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. Jared Goff, strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Tajay Spears, a touchdown run in the victory. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. In the first half, it was the man from USC, Caleb Williams, who put on a solid performance. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he...
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fighting through at the 25.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
To throw, Williams.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Here's Williams.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's first down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To the air, Williams. Complete, it's Dotson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll give him 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dotson in motion right. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard. 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense and Rome Odunze set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Williams.
A pass complete to Odunze.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
To throw, it's Williams.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. It's taken to the 26. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Dotson in motion right. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. On the counter, it's Walker. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Throwing is Williams. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the left side into the hands of Adunze. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9 now. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go on 4th down. A little juke. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
This 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll complete this one to Collins.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Bears, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.